This look familiar to you? Trying to lift a heavy log without throwing your back out? Near impossible, right? Some logs are so heavy you can't even budge them with the can hooks. And nope. Today I'm going to show you how I modified this 1-ton cherry picker from Harbor Freight to be able to move and lift heavy logs. Stay tuned. I'm going to show you guys how I use my 1-ton capacity folding shop crane from Harbor Freight to move and haul heavy logs. Best thing about it, it's totally portable. You could use it from the bed of your truck or on the ground with a few simple modifications. Now, if you're just going to use this on ground level or in your shop or wherever you carve, then you probably don't need these modifications. The modifications I'm going to show you is if you want to be able to use this out of the bed of your truck. In which case, you're going to need to follow these steps, make a pair of legs for your cherry picker the way I did in order for this to work. Here's what you're going to need. Keep in mind we're making 2 legs. We're going to start out, you're going to need 4 1/2-inch zinc plated hex nuts. You're going to need 2 of the 1/2-inch zinc rod coupling nuts. You're going to need 2 3/4-inch by 1/2-inch black malleable iron FPT times FPT reducing coupling fitting. A 1/2-inch by 24-inch stainless steel threaded rod. Then cut it into 2 1-foot pieces. 2 3/4-inch by 36-inch black steel pipes. Now I went with the 3-foot pipe because my tailgate, when down, it's pretty much 3 foot exactly to the ground. Now, unfortunately, these foot plates for my legs are probably going to look a lot different than the ones you're going to have to use, because I found these in a scrap metal bin at like a surplus store. So I don't know what they're called. I don't even know where you would find them, but they're perfect for what I needed. You can see I just drilled a hole in the pipe and got a cotter pin that fits perfectly through this plate that I found, but again, I don't even know where you would find them. So here's the alternative that you could use for yours. You're going to need 2 of these 3/4-inch floor flanges. Try to say that 3 times real fast. And these will serve as an alternative to the feet that I found at the surplus store. And then lastly, you're going to need 2 2x12 either round or square boards to screw your flange into. And this is going to be the support and the stability for the leg, as shown right here. Except that instead of the square plate that I have, you will have the round 3/4-inch flange. And this is what your assembled leg should look like. Okay, now you're ready to drill the holes in the cherry picker for the legs to go through. So it's a 1/2-inch threaded bar, so you could use a 1/2-inch bit to drill. The best thing to use would be a step bit, so you could make the hole slightly bigger than a 1/2-inch so that the leg just slides up in there a lot easier. And this coupling nut ends up being your height adjustment. So just by turning this coupling nut up or down the threaded bar, you could raise or higher the leg. And then this top nut just screws on and secures the leg so it doesn't slide out. Now you get a better idea of the purpose of these legs, so that when the cherry picker is hanging off the back of your tailgate, these legs just give it that extra support so it's not going to want to tip forward or fall off. This next step is very important. You're going to need a 4x4 cut to fit the bed of your truck that you could feed through the cherry picker supports as shown here. Make sure it catches the sides of your bed walls so that it can't pull out. This will prevent your cherry picker from moving forward when it begins to lift your logs or carvings. This is what your finished setup should look like. Let's lift some logs. Now, if you don't already have at least an 8-foot tow chain or tow strap, you could get the strap at Harbor Freight for less than $15. Now, this technique is just an affordable, portable way to be able to lift and move logs around. Obviously, if you have the money and you have stuff like bobcats or backhoes and stuff like that, then you probably don't need something like this. This is for somebody starting out that's working on a budget. Alright, it's perfect for standing logs up that are too heavy for you to try to do yourself, It's perfect for picking up pieces like some of your bigger carvings that you have to want to load into the truck and take somewhere or deliver to somebody. Um, Stuff like that. Is it perfect? No, but it sure beats blowing your back out. Trust me. As long as you know the limits of what you're trying to do. Obviously, you can't pick up a log that is bigger than it's got to be able to go up between the legs of the cherry picker. If it's too big around, then it's not going to work because it's going to catch the bottom of the cherry picker legs when you're trying to lift it. All right, but with anything, just be careful. Just keep an eye on it. Make sure the legs are perfectly centered underneath. You're not putting too much stress on the legs and causing them to bend. Now, obviously, they make permanent cranes that you could bolt into the bed of your truck, and if that's the route you want to go, then that's fine. But with this cherry picker, I can take it out of the truck and use it, on the ground, which is nice as well. Same with like winches, stuff like that. You can get those, but they're pretty much going to be permanently fixed to your truck. So, and this is just a cheaper, more affordable, more versatile way, in my opinion. But, you know, it's all in the route you want to go.
And that's just a tip.